probably be the last time I get a discount for you guys regarding this Moysoon dog treadmill. This treadmill is the large treadmill. It can hold up to 500 pounds. It is 6 feet long. This top bar can go all the way up to 30 centimeters, so you can fit a relatively tall dog on this treadmill. This mid bar has a 35 centimeter slide scale on it, so it can slide from here to here. It does have a brake here. Whiskey is able to pull right through this brake, so it's not like a parking brake per se. It is only an assisted brake to help slow them down. It comes with a harness, but this is not the proper harness to be using when your dog is running on this treadmill. It is made of carbon steel, so it is very tough and durable. It does roll extremely smoothly, no issues there at all. When Whiskey stands on this, it causes the slat to bend in, so that worries me that his nails are gonna get stuck in there when he's running on it. The biggest problem I'm having with this treadmill is this side piece right here. Because the belt doesn't fully go underneath it and there's a gap here, when both my dogs go, it causes it to push down, which then my dog's toes are able to get smashed here. It does have a hook up here with 2 cabineer hooks, and it does have a chain that you can put in between the two, so depending on where your dog is at for height adjustment, you can make it fit for them. So even though it's a larger machine, I can easily move this thing around to the room however I need. This did take 2 people to build and put together. I would not have been able to do this by myself. One thing I've noticed is I have trained my dogs to do stuff with me. They are both 4 years old, only a week difference in age, and I've learned that Whiskey does not like this at all. He is just 100% not comfortable on it. Freedom only uses it to please me because I'm asking her to get on it and use it. I find that she doesn't really ever ask to go on it. She doesn't ever really ask to partake with it. And it's not something that we do together. If you've been a part of our channel or if you've seen my channel before, you know that everything that we do together. We cook together, we clean together, we attack the robbers together, we go hiking together, we pack our backpacks together. Like literally everything that we do together. And I think that Free looks at this as a singular job. I think I'm 2 months into owning this and I still cannot get her to walk while I walk on the treadmill next to her. She will still only walk on this if I stand in front of her and encourage her to do it. So that shows me that she's not a super fan of this. Now I've seen several Malinois, Labs, Shepherds, they hop on this thing, Pointers, they all just kick butt on it. They have so much fun the second they're running before the owner even gets them hooked up. I do not find that Free gives me that experience, that she enjoys it as much as I've seen other dogs enjoy it, unfortunately. Even after running on this machine, I'm still having to take her outside and play because that's what she's used to doing. Out there I can do obedience with her and tricks and certain things that make her think. With this machine, she doesn't have to think, she just runs. I have several people that write me and they're like, I run 6 miles with my dog and they're still going like crazy. And I tell them, yeah, you physically tired them, but you didn't mentally tire them. And I find this machine gives her no mental stimulation. I'm not saying anything bad about this machine. I love the machine. I wish it would have worked out better for them. But so far, neither one of my dogs are seeming to truly enjoy running on the slat mill. If your dog is used to that physical and running, you guys go running every day or they're just used to that, I could see them absolutely loving this machine. But that is just not something that I built my dogs to do. Both of my dogs are more service dogs. I see so many dogs online, as soon as they hop on it, they start running and they love it. They're so excited and they just don't want to stop. And I just don't get that vibe from her. The second she gets up here, she's either trying to bolt back off the front or she's just sitting there until I ask her to start running. So I feel like if she thoroughly enjoyed this, that she would just start running. She'd be like, yeah, because when I go get the ball, man, she's immediately in her spot ready to go after it. And I wish that's the vibe I got from her on this, but I just do not get that vibe from her. I feel like she'd much rather go grab me a drink from the fridge than she would run on this. Like I said, Nothing against this machine at all. I think it's great for dogs, especially if you cannot physically go run your dog in any other way. This is a great alternative. For some of you guys are snowed in right now and your dog's not going to go walking in that, this is a great alternative for that. I think I've just made my dogs to where they use their brain more than they do their physical. So even though she looks happy, her tail is wagging, she just isn't ever really willing to go full speed unless I really ask her to. She's looking directly at me, which means she's like, hey, am I doing what you want? So this is just showing me she's literally only doing this to please me. And that's not the point of this treadmill. The reason I wanted this treadmill was to please her and her physical needs. So the fact that she's just constantly looking at me for direction and going, Mom, am I doing what you want? Mom, am I making you happy? She wants to hear, yes, you're doing it. So her ears pop up as soon as I'm like, yes, good girl. And then she starts doing, she's like, oh, okay, that's what you want. But if I have to constantly talk her into it, I can tell that she is not thriving and truly enjoying it. So if I don't encourage her, this is the most she does. There's a couple of steps and that's it. But if I really get her into it, then you can do it. Come on, yes, yes, good girl, come on, yes, yes, good girl, yes, you got it. But the second I stop encouraging her, no, you don't even like it. She just kind of slows down, doesn't walk, and she'll eventually just stop and sit down. So you can see she just kind of follows me with her head. She's like, hey, where are you going? What are you doing? Like, I don't want to do this unless I'm doing it for you. I probably could have gone with the medium size, which is half the price for a dog like Freedom in her size. Whiskey is over 100 pounds. I know this is supposed to hold up to 500 pounds, but it kind of just caved, the slats underneath just kind of gave way underneath his weight, which made it not safe for him. Thank you so much for Moysoon and letting us try out this treadmill. I genuinely thought that the dogs would love it and get a good exercise and good use out of it. And unfortunately, they just seem to enjoy more mental stimulation than they do running on this. Thank you so much for watching all 3 of our treadmill videos. If you have any other questions about the Moysoon treadmill, again, this is the large one, you can ask in the comments and I'll do my best to get to you as soon as possible. All the links will be in the description if you do want to go check it out.